Mike Williams retired today. And I think Chargers fans need to realize this is a problem. It's not a problem because Mike Williams was going to be super impactful for you this year.
Yeah.
It's a problem because now you do not have any depth. And there are no options. I saw some Chargers media members and fans reacting to this, and it seems like most kind of agree. Mike Williams, since he kind of had this slow, banged up finish to his career to where he retired at 30, he wasn't impactful for the Steelers and the Jets last year. And I don't think anyone thought he was going to be more than like a 500-yard receiver this season. I don't think anyone had like crazy.
That's a little high too.
Right. Crazy high hopes. But when you re-signed and brought him back, the hope was at least he'd be a really good rotational option and body to have in the mix when you already have so many underperforming names in your receiver room.
Yeah.
Their receiver room. Ladd McConkey, dog. Trey Harris, second-round pick, unsigned at the current moment. If that contract situation, which is a part of this whole overarching mess, which we didn't even touch on,
right?
I don't want to go into explaining all that, but it is a serious mess, and it could not get resolved soon. Meaning, rookie not getting reps in training camp, meaning he'll take a couple weeks to get going, meaning the passing attack will be slow. So Trey Harris, kind of not really in the equation, but is. You then have Quentin Johnston, who's been ultra ass, and then you have Jalen Reagor, who has been ultra ass.
He made a good catch today.
What do you mean?
You didn't see his big catch in training camp? Full extension, caught it like 4 inches off the ground. Incredible.
Oh, I forgot that they started up. I forgot that they were the team that started up. So you've got this collection of bozos behind fantastic Ladd McConkey. You've got no tight end, and you've got two big-ass running backs. They don't have anyone to throw to. There's no depth if anything goes wrong. I saw some people saying that they should go after Amari Cooper. We're in literal hell if we're talking about bringing in Amari Cooper.
You gotta love Amari. They need Amari. They need Amari bad. This is the start of how If Man takes place every year in like week 10, because the first couple weeks are bonkers.
You just brought up such a good point.
But when the depth collapses and the Chargers, a team that we get infinitely excited about, I am one of them. I am a Rube Mark loser just like you that believes so hard in the Chargers and wants them to be good because they're exciting with a big quarterback, physical offensive line, dynamic uniforms. They're just supposed to be good. The Chargers, my whole football viewing life, they've been exciting. But if man happens because the team collapses before training camp, because you have Mike Williams retiring, God bless him, retire. Joe was right, didn't expect more than 500 yards from him. But if you're looking me in my eye and telling me I wouldn't think that Mike Williams had a couple massive catches this year because he's got some chemistry with Herbert already, I'd tell you you're a liar, because it would happen, because he would do that. Now he's not. Now we got Najee Harris, who isn't even practicing. I'm not going to say what I think the reports are going to be, but it's still like non-contact, non-football stuff with the fireworks. Amari and Hampton getting all 1 reps. So they're down Najee right now also. It's a tough look for the Chargers. And when we get down to nut cutting time, we're wondering why the Chargers are 5-6. How could this team be 5-6? Stuff like this.
Well, okay, so that's what the hilarious thing that you just brought up is that now we've given If Man already has an if.
Yeah.
He already has an if. Well, if Mike Williams didn't retire is going to be brought up. It's going to be. Which is like, I'm so annoyed. I just want Justin Herbert to be good. I just want him to play well. But no, he is going to get the if treatment now that he has another excuse added to the belt. I do want to just hit on this before we get to the hack bag. I can't think of a guy who's been – there's obviously so many. I wouldn't classify him as a bust, and I'm not saying that like this is a bust conversation. But he falls into the category of highly drafted receiver, former 7th overall pick, that was just never hit his potential. It was just super frustrating.
Yeah.
That like could have been this really awesome, dynamic, big-bodied possession receiver. And he had so many injuries and issues that caught up to him. He never really eclipsed more than, I think it was like 1,100 yards was his best season. Never got better than that. Was just was not able to hit that full track of what he could have become, and he's so disappointing that this is the way that his career ends, is rejoining his old team and then retiring at the beginning of training camp.
Yeah, the category is the Sammy Watkins category. Absolute freaking college that you're enamored with, that how could this guy not dominate in the NFL? Like, how could he not do it? Mike Williams is that. They ended up with damn near identical stats after their careers. 34 touchdowns, Watkins, 32 for Williams, both hovering around 5,200 yards, both averaged out at 350 catches between them. What do we classify this as? Good, not great? Almost greats?
Just fine. You know, they were fine.
They were fine. But when there's meat left on the bone, it leaves us who know the capability. Like, I knew the potential of Mike Williams. I saw him take over games. I saw him win games for the Chargers. Huge catches. He had all the talent. Like, it's tough. And they didn't do anything wrong, to my knowledge.
No.
He's just a guy that we're going to remember as like, yeah, remember Mike Williams?
Yeah, he did some stuff.
He did some stuff.
I didn't realize Sammy Watkins only had one 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, did some stuff.
Wow.
I thought he was going to be like the next lights out receiver.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like a top 10 guy. He has one 1,000-yard season. And Mike Williams was better than that, but he played less years. At least Sammy Watkins got a Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
Yeah. But those did some stuff guys are weird to me because it's different than like I don't know if Khalil Shakir is going to get more yards, touchdowns, or catches than either of these guys, but I wouldn't grade him on the same did some stuff category because he's more of a gadget piece, grinder, make the most out of every opportunity I have, and then it almost is like, wow, way to be in the NFL, you made something out of yourself. Mike Williams, Sammy Watkins is different because you look at him, you're like, you could have been like 8,000-yard guys. I'm not going to sell them as 10K guys because who knows, but they should have been and could have been in that level of receiver dominance where you're like, wow, that just didn't hit, and I don't know why. Injury bug, quarterback inconsistency, I'm sure it all matters. But
I mean, they both kind of had shots to shine. You have Herbert for Williams. You have chances with Mahomes. You have chances in a number of spots with Watkins because he played for the Rams. I don't remember who the 2017 quarterback with the Rams was. They were bad.
Oh,
that was Goff, but they were a bad. I don't know. It is ultimately quite disappointing that this is how his career ends and just kind of disappears as a headline that is at the very beginning of training camp. Couldn't even get through a day of training camp.
That's awful. Yeah, he must have just said, "This is not. I don't have it." Maybe he's got some joint pain. Maybe his hamstrings falling off the bone. I don't know. But it is a bummer to see guys that could have been.
Do we have any voicemails?
No voicemails.
Wah, wah. Do we have any questions?
We got a couple questions.